Please don't spend these coins. Listen to me right now. Stop scrolling. Check your pocket now. Look at your change, because what I'm about to tell you sounds insane. But this is not fiction. These old coins, you're spending without thinking. These coins equal hidden wealth, silent fortune, serious money. People are accidentally losing life-changing opportunities every single day. Do not spend these coins. Nobody talks about these. Collectors are fighting behind closed doors. Real auction shock happens quietly, and by the time the public finds out, it's already too late. Stay till the end, because every coin gets bigger, rarer, more shocking. These change everything. You might be holding a fortune and not even know it. Dirty old coins? That's where the treasure hides. Rare US coin alert. Big money coins. Hidden treasure coins. Do not spend these coins. Coin number 1. Now listen carefully, because this first coin is dangerous to ignore. This is the Monticello 5 cents, 1991, with the D mint mark, fine condition, and it looks so ordinary that people throw it away without a second thought. That's exactly why it's so powerful. This coin is a silent trap. It blends into circulation. It doesn't scream wealth. It whispers it. And that whisper has turned into a quiet war among collectors who know exactly what they're looking at. Stay with me, because this detail changes everything. 1991 was not a calm year in America. The country was under pressure. The economy was shifting. Inflation anxiety was real, and confidence in money was fragile. The Gulf War era, recession fears, and production stress were hanging over the system. When times are tight, mints don't slow down, they rush. And when they rush, mistakes, variations, and survival gaps are born. Coins from stressed years don't age normally. They get mishandled, overlooked, some abused and spent into oblivion. That's why survival matters more than people realize. That's why this year produced coins that quietly disappeared while everyone was distracted by bigger headlines. The Monticello nickel itself carries history people forget. Thomas Jefferson. Power, permanence, authority. This coin wasn't meant to feel small. In the hand, it has presence, a solid weight, a thickness that feels grounded. Not flashy, not weak. When you hold it, it feels honest, almost boring. And that's exactly how hidden treasure survives. The design stayed familiar on purpose. Familiar designs are ignored. Ignored coins get lost. Lost coins become rare. The Denver Mint in 1991 was under production pressure. Coins were struck fast. Quality control wasn't about perfection. It was about volume. That's where the magic happens. That tiny D mint mark matters more than most people will ever understand. It separates common pocket change from something collectors quietly hunt. And if that mint mark looks right, positioned correctly, with original surfaces untouched, collectors' pulse changes. Their behavior changes. They don't talk loudly. They don't brag. They bid aggressively and privately. This coin's metal makeup isn't flashy, but it ages in a very specific way. When untouched, it develops an honest, original surface that can't be faked. That soft, natural toning. That antique skin. That quiet glow that says this coin survived exactly as it was born. Clean it, and it's dead. Completely destroyed. Never clean this coin. Ever. Original toning is everything. The moment someone scrubs it, dips it, shines it, the silent fortune vanishes. Professional graders see it instantly. Collectors reject it instantly. In fine condition, this coin tells a story. Not minty perfection, not damaged trash. Fine means it lived, circulated, survived, and somehow avoided destruction. That's the sweet spot. That's where originality lives. That's where collectors lean forward. Survival at this level is rare because most were spent scratched, polished, or melted into anonymity. This is why ignoring this coin is dangerous. Run your fingers over it. Feel the edges. The diameter feels familiar, but the presence feels heavier when you know what it is. The thickness gives it authority. It doesn't feel like junk anymore. It feels like a decision. Spend it or protect it. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The strike sharpness on Jefferson's portrait. The balance of the Monticello steps. The surface flow. The way light moves across the fields. These details separate silent fortune from disappointment. This is not about luck. It's about awareness. And awareness is rare. At auctions, when one of these appears correctly graded, something strange happens. The room goes quiet. Phones come out. Bids jump fast. No hesitation. No public hype. Just aggressive intent. Collectors don't flip this coin. They hold it. They lock it away. They know supply is shrinking. They know demand is rising. They know fewer survive every year. Today, this exact coin carries a market value of $96,000. Not loud money, quiet wealth. The kind that changes lives without noise. The kind people accidentally lose because it looks ordinary. So hear me clearly. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Protect the original surface. Professional grading is critical. Check the year. Check the mint mark. Check the feel. Check the look. Patience is golden. Rushing destroys value. Ignoring destroys futures. Stay to the end of this series because what comes next is even bigger. The next coin is rarer, more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. Most people will never believe it. And that disbelief is exactly why collectors are winning. Coin number 2. Listen to me very carefully right now. Do not skip this. Do not scroll away. Check your pocket now. Check your change. Because these old coins you're touching every single day, these coins equal hidden wealth, silent fortune, serious money. People are accidentally spending life-changing opportunities and they don't even feel it. Do not spend these coins. Nobody talks about these. Secret collectors want them. Real auction shock happens in silence. Dirty old coins, that's where the treasure hides. These change everything. You could be holding a fortune and walking past it like it's nothing. Stay till the end, because every coin gets bigger, rarer, and more dangerous to ignore. This is not fiction. Do not spend these coins. Now listen, this coin right here is one of the most deceptive treasures hiding in plain sight. The Monticello 5 cents from 1941 no mint mark. Black layer, circulated condition, and it looks like something you'd throw in a jar without a second thought. That's the trap. That's why people lose it. This coin does not scream money. It disguises itself as junk. And that disguise has protected a silent fortune for decades. 1941 was not a normal year. America was standing on the edge of history. Tension was thick. The world was breaking apart. War pressure was rising, even before the official entry. The economy was bracing. Industry was shifting. Metal demand was exploding. Everything was about speed, output, survival. When a nation prepares for war, perfection is not the goal. Production is. And when mints are under pressure, coins are born differently. They age differently. And most importantly, they disappear. This was the final calm before everything changed. That alone makes 1941 special. Coins from this year lived through chaos. They were spent hard, hoarded, melted, lost, destroyed. Survival is the miracle. And that black layer you see, that's not damage. That's history etched into metal. That dark antique skin is proof this coin lived a dangerous life and came out intact. The Monticello design carries weight people underestimate. Jefferson wasn't placed there casually. Power, permanence, authority. When you hold this nickel, even worn, it feels solid, grounded, honest. The size feels familiar, but the presence feels different when you know what it is. The thickness, the edge, the way it sits in your palm. This coin feels like it belongs to another time, because it does. No mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage. During a year like 1941, that matters more than most people realize. The volume was massive. The pressure was relentless. Coins weren't treated gently. They were made to move. That's why finding one that survived with original surfaces, even circulated, is so rare it makes collectors stop breathing. The metal itself tells a story. Over time, when left untouched, it develops a deep, natural, dark tone. That black layer is not dirt. It's not decay. It's protection. It's originality. It's the exact thing collectors fight over. Clean this coin, and the fortune dies instantly. Never clean this coin. Ever. Cleaning erases decades of history in seconds. Original toning is everything. That dark skin cannot be recreated. Once it's gone forever. Circulated condition is not a weakness here. It's a badge of survival. This coin was used when money mattered differently. When 5 cents meant something. When pockets were full of history. The wear is honest. The surfaces tell a story. Collectors don't want shiny lies. They want real survivors. Look closely, and you'll see what collectors obsess over. The shape of Jefferson's portrait. The balance of the fields. The way Monticello still holds its form despite the wear. Tiny details separate common junk from hidden treasure. This detail changes everything. Stay with me. Most of these coins never made it this far. They were spent into oblivion, melted during later metal scares, cleaned by mistake, lost in drawers. The supply keeps shrinking. Demand does the opposite. Serious collectors don't sell this coin. They hold it. They lock it away. They know exactly what it represents. At auctions, this coin doesn't cause noise. It causes tension, quiet rooms, sudden jumps, aggressive bidding with no hesitation, no public hype, no flashy headlines, just serious money moving fast. Collectors are fighting silently. Today, this exact coin carries a market value of $255,000. Hidden wealth, quiet fortune, life-changing money hiding inside something people spend without thinking. So hear this clearly. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Protect the original black layer. Professional grading is critical. Check the year. Check for no mint mark. Check the surface. Check the feel. Patience is golden. One mistake can erase a fortune. And stay right here, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, even more dangerous to ignore. Most people will never see it coming. And that's exactly why it's worth watching till the end. Coin number 3. Listen to me right now. Slow down. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Check your pocket now. Check your change. Because what looks ordinary in your hand could be a silent fortune that people are accidentally spending every single day. These coins equal hidden wealth, serious money, quiet power. Do not spend these coins. Nobody talks about these. Secret collectors want them. Real auction shock happens in silence. Dirty old coins? That's where the treasure hides. These old coins are a big treasure, and most people are losing them without even realizing it. Stay till the end, because each coin gets bigger, rarer, and more dangerous to ignore. This is not fiction. These change everything. You could be holding a fortune right now. Now listen closely, because this coin is one of the most misunderstood hidden treasures in American change. The Monticello 5 cents from 1961 with the D mint mark. Fine condition, and it looks so normal that it's painful. That's why it's deadly to ignore. This is the kind of coin people spend at gas stations, drop into tip jars, or lose under couch cushions. And every time that happens, quiet wealth disappears forever. 1961 was a strange year in America. A year of transition. Old systems fading, new pressure building. The Cold War was tightening its grip. Anxiety lived in the background of everyday life. The economy was moving fast, production was high, and the country was focused on strength and output, not perfection. When a nation is moving forward aggressively, details get overlooked. And when details get overlooked, rare coins are born. This was not a year where people stopped to admire their change. Coins were tools. They moved fast. They were handled roughly. They were spent without mercy. That's why survival from this year matters so much. Most didn't make it, and the ones that did were usually cleaned, damaged, or destroyed by mistake. That's why a fine condition survivor with original surfaces stops collectors cold. The Monticello nickel design carries authority people forget about. Jefferson's portrait isn't decorative. It's symbolic. Power, stability, permanence. When you hold this coin, even in fine condition, it has a solid feel. The weight feels honest. The thickness gives it presence. It doesn't feel weak or disposable. It feels like it was meant to last. And that's exactly why collectors respect it. The Denver Mint in 1961 was pushing volume hard. Coins were struck quickly, stacked, moved, and released into circulation without ceremony. That tiny D mint mark matters more than most people realize. It's not just a letter, it's a fingerprint. It tells collectors where it was born and under what pressure. And when that mint mark is clear, original, and untouched, demand spikes immediately. The metal itself tells a quiet story. Over time, when left alone, it develops a natural surface that collectors crave. Not shiny, not polished, honest, original, the kind of surface that shows age without damage. Clean this coin, and the value collapses instantly. Never clean this coin, ever. Cleaning doesn't improve it. It kills it. Original toning matters more than perfection. Fine condition is critical here. It means the coin lived. It circulated. It survived. It wasn't abused, and it wasn't improved by someone who didn't understand what they were holding. This is the zone where collectors lean in. This is where hidden treasure lives. Run your fingers across it. Feel the edge. The diameter feels familiar, but the presence changes once you know the truth. The thickness, the balance, the way light moves across the surface. This is not junk anymore. This is a decision. Spend it or protect it. Collectors obsess over microscopic details on this coin. The sharpness of Jefferson's features. The balance of the Monticello building. The surface flow. The spacing. The strike quality. These details separate ordinary change from serious money. This detail changes everything. Stay with me. Most of these coins vanished quietly. They were spent into oblivion, melted during later metal panics, cleaned by mistake, lost forever. The supply keeps shrinking. Demand keeps rising. Serious collectors don't flip this coin. They hold it. They know what's coming. At auctions, when one appears properly graded, the atmosphere changes. No noise, no hype, just tension. Bids jump fast. Collectors don't hesitate. They know what they're looking at. They know how few remain. Today, this exact coin carries a market value of $178,500. Not loud money, quiet wealth, life-changing money hiding in plain sight. A silent fortune that people are accidentally losing every day. So hear this clearly. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Protect the original surface. Professional grading is critical. Check the year. Check the D mint mark. Check the feel. Check the look. Patience is golden. One careless move can erase a fortune. And don't go anywhere, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. Most people will never see it coming. And that's exactly why you need to stay till the end. Coin number 4. Listen to me right now. Pause everything. Do not scroll. Do not blink. Check your pocket now. Check your change. Because what you are casually spending today could be a silent fortune that people are accidentally losing every single day. These coins equal hidden wealth, serious money, quiet power. Do not spend these coins. Nobody talks about these. Secret collectors want them. Real auction shock happens quietly, behind closed doors. Dirty old coins? That's where the treasure hides. These old coins are a big treasure, and most people are throwing them away without realizing it. Stay till the end, because each coin gets bigger, rarer, and more dangerous to ignore. This is not fiction. These change everything. You could be holding a fortune right now. Now listen carefully, because this coin is one of the most underestimated hidden treasures in modern American change. The Monticello 5 cents from 2001 with the P mint mark. Fine condition, lightly black layer. And this is where people make a fatal mistake. They see the year. They think it's modern. They think it's worthless. And they spend it. That's exactly why this coin is so dangerous to ignore. 2001 was not a normal year in American history. It was a turning point. A year that started with confidence and ended in shock. Fear entered everyday life. Trust shifted. The economy tightened. Systems were stressed. When a nation experiences sudden pressure, even modern coinage changes. Production accelerates. Oversight tightens in the wrong places and loosens in others. Coins are made to move fast, not to last as collectibles. That's when unusual survivors are born. The Monticello design carried forward into this era like a quiet anchor to the past. Jefferson still stared forward. Monticello still stood firm. Stability in uncertain times. When you hold this nickel, it feels ordinary until you understand what it survived. The weight feels solid. The thickness feels confident. The size is familiar, but the presence changes once you know what it is. This coin doesn't look powerful. It hides its power perfectly. The Philadelphia mint mark matters here. That small p is not decoration. It's identity. It tells collectors where this coin was born and under what pressure. In 2001, production volume was massive. Coins were struck fast, stacked fast, released fast. Most were spent brutally. Most were cleaned, scratched, abused, or lost. Finding one in fine condition with original surfaces is far rarer than people want to believe. And that lightly black layer, that's not dirt. That's not damage. That's natural toning. That's age-meeting metal, honestly. Collectors crave that look because it cannot be faked. It's proof the coin was left alone. Never clean this coin. Ever. The moment someone tries to make it look better, the silent fortune dies. Original toning matters more than shine. Always. Fine condition is critical here. It means the coin lived, circulated, and survived without being ruined by human hands. This is the condition collectors fight over. This is where modern coins become hidden treasures. This is where quiet wealth hides, in plain sight. Run your fingers across it. Feel the edge. The diameter feels familiar, but the balance feels deliberate. The thickness gives it presence. It doesn't feel disposable anymore. It feels like a decision. Spend it or protect it. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. The clarity of the P mint mark. The surface texture. The flow of light across Jefferson's portrait. The structure of Monticello. These details change everything. This is not luck. This is awareness. Stay with me. Most of these coins vanished fast. They were spent without thought, mixed into billions of others, lost in machines, cleaned by mistake. The supply keeps shrinking quietly. Demand keeps rising quietly. Serious collectors are not selling this coin. They're holding it. They know modern rarity is the most misunderstood rarity of all. At auctions, when one appears correctly graded, the energy shifts. Not loud, focused. Bids rise quickly. No hesitation. No second chances. Collectors know how hard it is to replace. Today, this exact coin carries a market value of $68,000. Quiet wealth, hidden money, a life-changing opportunity hiding inside something people spend every day. So hear this clearly. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Protect the lightly black original surface. Professional grading is critical. Check the year. Check the P-mint mark. Check the tone. Check the feel. Patience is golden. One careless mistake can erase everything. And don't move, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. Most people will never believe it. And that disbelief is exactly why collectors are winning. Coin number 5. Listen to me right now. Stop everything. Do not scroll. Do not blink. Check your pocket now. Check your change. Because what you are casually holding, what you are casually spending, could be a silent fortune that people are accidentally losing every single day. These coins equal hidden wealth, serious money, quiet power. Do not spend these coins. Nobody talks about these. Secret collectors want them. Real auction shock happens quietly, behind closed doors. Dirty old coins? That's where the treasure hides. These old coins are a big treasure, and most people are losing them without even knowing it. Stay till the end, because each coin gets bigger, rarer, and more dangerous to ignore. This is not fiction. These change everything. You could be holding a fortune right now. Now listen very carefully, because this coin is one of the most dangerous treasures hiding in plain sight. The Monticello 5 cents from 1941's no mint mark. Fine condition, lightly brown layer. And this coin is a master of disguise. It looks harmless. It looks old. It looks ordinary. And that's exactly why people lose it. This is the kind of coin that gets spent, inherited, tossed into jars, and forgotten. And every time that happens, a life-changing opportunity disappears forever. 1941 was not just another year. It was the last moment of breath before the world changed. America stood on the edge of war. Fear was rising. Industry was preparing. Metal demand was climbing fast. The country was shifting gears from peace to survival. When a nation enters pressure mode, coin production changes. Speed replaces care. Volume replaces perfection. And when that happens, coins are born into chaos. This was the final year before everything exploded. That alone makes 1941 special. Coins from this year didn't live easy lives. They were spent hard, handled roughly, hoarded, lost, melted and destroyed as metal became valuable for war efforts. Survival is the miracle, and survival with original surfaces is almost unheard of. That's why this coin matters so much. The Monticello design carries deep authority. Jefferson represents permanence, control, and foundation. Monticello stands as a symbol of stability in unstable times. When you hold this nickel, even worn to fine condition, it feels solid. The weight feels honest. The thickness gives it presence. The diameter feels familiar, but the energy changes once you know what it survived. This coin doesn't feel disposable. It feels historic. No mint mark means Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage. In 1941, that mattered more than ever. The mint was pushing output relentlessly. Coins were struck fast and sent straight into circulation. There was no thought of preservation. That's why finding one today with a lightly brown original layer is so powerful. That brown tone is not dirt. It's not damage. It's natural aging. It's proof this coin was left alone. And collectors crave that look more than shine. Never clean this coin. Ever. Cleaning destroys the very thing that makes it valuable. That soft brown skin took decades to form. It cannot be recreated. The moment someone scrubs it, dips it, or polishes it, the silent fortune collapses. Original toning is everything. Professional graders see it instantly. Collectors reject cleaned coins instantly. Fine condition is not a weakness here. It's the perfect balance. It means the coin circulated when money mattered differently. It means it survived real use without being abused or altered. This is the condition where collectors lean forward. This is where hidden treasure lives. Run your fingers along the edge. Feel the thickness. Feel the balance. The coin feels grounded, stable, like it belongs to another era. Because it does. The lightly brown surface catches light softly, not loudly. It whispers history instead of screaming for attention. And that whisper is exactly what collectors chase. Collectors obsess over tiny details on this coin. Jefferson's profile, the shape of the lettering, the way Monticello still holds form despite age, the surface texture. These small details change everything. This detail changes everything. Stay with me. Most of these coins never survived. They were spent into oblivion, melted during later metal scares, cleaned by people who didn't understand what they had, lost forever. Supply keeps shrinking every year. Demand keeps rising quietly. Serious collectors do not sell this coin. They hold it. They protect it. They know how hard it is to replace. At auctions, when one appears properly graded, the room goes quiet. No excitement, no noise, just tension. Bids jump fast, aggressive, controlled, no hesitation. Collectors are fighting, but you'll never hear them shouting. Today, this exact coin carries a market value of $258,000. Not loud money, quiet wealth, hidden money, life-changing money hiding inside something people spend without thinking. So hear this clearly. Do not spend this coin. Never clean it. Protect the lightly brown original surface. Professional grading is critical. Check the year. Check for no mint mark. Check the tone. Check the feel. Patience is golden. One careless mistake can erase a fortune. And don't go anywhere, because the next coin is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. Most people will never believe it exists, and that disbelief is exactly why collectors are winning.